Now, if you need a website as a creator, it can be overwhelming to pick the right tool for the job. There are hundreds of different providers and it's just a big mess. That's why I've divided all the tools into 6 different categories based on specific goals they achieve. And I'll start from the simplest tool and progress to the more feature-rich website builders that can do pretty much anything. Hello internet people, my name is Robert and I'm here to help creators with the technical side of the business. First of all, the easiest way to have a website is to sign up with one of the links in bio tools. These tools create a very simple website with a few links. You can link this to your social media or even use it as promote your affiliate offers. On top of that, you can also sell digital products, get donations, and start a newsletter. But the core benefit is that you have everything in one place. You can link to this page from Instagram, YouTube, and X, and so on, any social media basically. And the cool thing is it probably takes about 15 minutes to create your own link in bio page, so it's super beginner friendly option. And it's free to use and they only take a cut if you sell something or you get a donation and so on. It's really a great way for beginners to start. So if that sounds interesting, then check these tools, Koji or Linktree. And by the way, I'll add all the links to the tools I'll mention in this video in the video description down below, so you can just go there and click on the tools. Now, if your primary goal is to just blog or make text versions of your videos or podcasts, then you can use Ghost or WordPress. Ghost was created to offer a more streamlined and focused alternative to blogging platforms like WordPress. So basically, Ghost is what WordPress used to be like 10 to 15 years ago, a proper blogging platform. Ghost offers a clean, intuitive user interface, making it easy for you to focus on writing and publishing without the clutter or unnecessary features that you don't actually use. The cool thing is that Ghost is lightweight and fast, and it's optimized for search engines like Google. That's how it's built. It's like from the core, that's how it is. So you get all this by default and you don't need to fiddle with anything like with WordPress. Not only that, but Ghost provides tools to build membership site, allowing creators to offer premium content and generate recurring revenue that way. But that said, Ghost is not very feature rich, but that's how it's built. It's on purpose like that. It's really about publishing content and sending emails and nothing else except that basically. But surprisingly, many big companies use Ghost for their blog. So not the main site, but the blog part of their thing. So Ghost has the paid version, which it calls the Pro, Ghost Pro. And it starts from $9 a month, but it does get pretty expensive if you start growing your members. The more members you have, the more expensive it gets. But at that point, maybe the cost is not that bad. You could also just download Ghost for free and run it on your web hosting, so it's open source in that way. There's more hassle to do this and you're on your own, but you have more control in this case. And in this case, you just have to pay for the web hosting, so there's no other costs. The other option is WordPress, but because WordPress can do pretty much anything these days, I'll cover it later in this video. So it's not really the best platform for just blogging anymore. So who is Ghost for? Well, basically, I think it's for anyone who wants to focus on publishing content, growing their email list, and offering memberships. It does only those 3 things, but really well. The third option is to use a website builder like Wix. Wix allows users to design and publish their websites without any coding knowledge. So it's a no-code approach. You can choose from many templates or start from scratch using Wix Editor. And if I speak honestly, a few years ago, I really thought Wix had no chance competing with WordPress, but they have caught up a lot. And I truly think if you want a good-looking website with an easy interface, this is the way to go. It's relatively easy to use, the editor, and I love that you get so many website templates when you sign up with them. This saves time when you're building your first website and it just makes it easier to set it up. Now, Wix has a free plan, but realistically, you will need to upgrade to a paid plan, which starts from about $10 a month. Otherwise, you won't be able to add your own custom domain name, and you would be just stuck with the Wix's domain name, which is it's a big no. It just looks very unprofessional. On top of that, if you have any issues, you can reach out to the support, so Wix support can always help you with any issues. That said, Wix is not perfect by any means. It's just not as flexible as WordPress, and it's not possible to build anything custom for Wix, just because it's a closed environment. Also, it gets pretty expensive when you install more apps which add new features to your website. And each app can cost you anywhere from like $9 to $50. So that just adds up for your monthly costs. And another thing I don't really like about Wix is their blogging feature. It's pretty average right now. So who is Wix for? If you need a traditional website with the ability to sell digital stuff and book appointments, you're going to be super happy with Wix. It also scales easily, even if you have thousands of visitors per day. By the way, if building websites is not really your thing and you would like professionals to build your site for you, or you just want some advice on a one-on-one call, then learn more about our website services. The link will be in the description, or you can just scan this QR code as well. If your goal is to sell physical products, then just go with Shopify. It's the best platform for that. And it's easy to use and it will scale with your demands because even bigger companies use Shopify. Shopify has been designed specifically for online stores. It integrates with many payment gateways and it's super secure and reliable. You have all the e-commerce features you can think of since you can purchase more features in the Shopify App Store. So the App Store is kind of a big deal for Shopify as well. The drawback of Shopify is that it can get pretty pricey. The prices start from just under $30 a month for just Shopify subscription, which is not too bad. But once you start adding apps, the cost can easily triple or quadruple from there. It really depends what you need. Now, as an alternative, you could also look into WooCommerce for WordPress. It's much cheaper, but it's just not as solid and easy to use as Shopify. Okay. If your main goal is to sell courses or memberships, then you have a dozen different options. The biggest differences between the different platforms are the features they offer. Some platforms only focus on providing you with the place to upload and structure your video course. Other tools also enable you to build a website and sell digital products on the platform, and maybe even send emails to your members. So it's like an all-in platform. So let me introduce you to two great options for course sales. First, we have Teachable. It's super user-friendly. It's great for solo creator launching their first course because they offer a free plan to get you started, and the only cost you have is the 10% when you make a sale. And they really focus on features around courses and not the other stuff. So it's really good for the courses. Nothing else is included pretty much. That said, it has really limited page builder. You can do the bare minimum with it. Actually, I think you would need another platform to create a website and landing pages just because it's not gonna look so professional. And then on the other side, we have another tool called Kajabi. And if the features that you get in Teachable is not just enough, you can upgrade to Kajabi because Kajabi does everything. Website creation, email marketing, course creation, communities, and so on. It's a very powerful tool for any creator, but it comes at a high price, starting at $149 a month. Now, once you know what you're doing, these features will save you a lot of time and basically that will offset the price, but it means you need to make already sales. Otherwise, it's quite expensive for that. So I would say Kajabi is the best for people who already have experience with selling courses or who want to get the best tool for courses and save time with all the integration because you have everything in one place. And lastly, if you just want a platform that does everything and can adapt to your changing needs, then you need to choose WordPress.org. And don't confuse it with WordPress.com. WordPress.com is the web hosting, whereas the .org is a free and open source content management system, so CMS. You can install it on any web hosting for free. So .org free, .com is a web hosting. The thing is, WordPress can do pretty much anything you can think of. You can set up a membership site, sell physical or digital products, have email marketing platforms, sell courses. Basically, anything you can think of online, WordPress can do it, or at least one of the plugins can do it. Most of the time, it will be cheaper than using one of the platforms mentioned earlier. So first, let's talk about the benefits. It's one of the cheapest tools in this video. You just pay for the web hosting, and then if you need some extra features, you can download plugins. Some cost extra, but many have free plans that will get you pretty far. I'll add a link in the description to my favorite web hosting because you're gonna need web hosting with your WordPress. I would say WordPress is the most feature-rich CMS and website builder just because it's been around for so long and it's open source. It's highly customizable. If you can't do it, then you can hire a developer easily from websites like Fiverr or Upwork to do your custom work. And another benefit is that you have tens of thousands of tutorials on YouTube. So if you want to do it yourself, you probably can. I mean, even I have more than 80 videos related to WordPress on my channel, so it's easy to learn how to do things if you get stuck somewhere. Now, if we talk about the drawbacks of WordPress, it takes time to learn how everything works, as it gets super messy and cluttered, especially when you start installing a lot of plugins. And WordPress itself is super robust, but because you will be using plugins that are built by different teams, that means there will be issues. Sometimes my website just crashes after a plugin update for no reason. So expect that occasionally you will basically need to fix the issues and you won't even know what caused them. And another drawback is that since more than 40% of websites in the internet run on WordPress, hackers tend to target WordPress websites, so you need to be careful there, and you just need to be very diligent with the security plugins and that you have everything enabled. So who is WordPress for? WordPress is the most popular way to build a website. So if you don't mind spending some time learning the platform and dealing with occasional issues, but on the other hand also save some money and have the ability to turn your website into anything, then it is perfect solution for you. But if you want something easy and visual and just something that works out of the box, then go with Ghost or Wix for your website. So at the end of the day, what's my recommendation if you're just starting out? I think the most important thing is that you start. That's the only way to learn what features you actually need and which are completely useless. Okay, now you should have a good idea of which platform to use for your website, but you need to also think about the domain name. No matter which platform you go for, you'll need to choose a domain name. That's why you should watch this video next, where I'll show you how to pick a unique domain name and I'll show you what to do if it's not available anymore.